The town of Maplewood was asleep, but in room 7 of the old Mountain Motel, a light was still on. Someone had driven 800 miles through the night, and he was not here for the view. Morning came cold and quiet in the cabin. Romeo and Amara sat at the breakfast table, 2 cups of coffee, 2 people who had said too much last night and not enough at the same time. The silence between them was heavier than the snow outside. Romeo picked up his jacket and headed to the door. He looked back once. He wanted to say something, anything, but the words stayed stuck somewhere in his chest where they always did, so he just left. In his workshop, he picked up his tools and tried to work, but his hands knew what to do without him. His mind stayed back at that cabin, at her face, at the way she looked when she said, "I have to go." He thought, why does it hurt this much when she is not even mine yet? Amara sat alone in the cabin watching snow fall outside the window, phone in her hand. That message still there. 3 words that changed everything. She thought, I should leave today. I should leave before Romeo gets any more tangled up in whatever is chasing me. She put on her coat and went for a walk. The town was peaceful. Snow on every rooftop, a few friendly faces nodding hello. For about 10 minutes, she almost felt like a normal person in a normal place, living a normal life. Then she turned a corner, and her whole world stopped. He was there, standing on the main street of Maplewood like he owned it. Marcus, taller than she remembered, colder than she remembered, looking around the town with those dark eyes that never missed anything. She pressed herself against the wall of the nearest building, heart slamming against her ribs. She thought, he actually came. He actually drove all the way here. This man does not know the meaning of over. She watched him from behind the corner. He was asking someone something, showing them something on his phone. She did not need to see the screen to know what was on it. It was her photo. She ran. Back streets, side roads, through the snow as fast as she could without making noise. Every shadow felt like him. Every sound made her flinch. She had spent months trying to forget what running from him felt like. Now it was all coming back. She made it to the cabin, slammed the door, leaned against it with her whole body like she could hold the world out, and then she slid down to the floor and sat there shaking. She whispered to herself, I thought I was finally free. I thought Maplewood was far enough. I was wrong. She was still on the floor when the door pushed gently against her back. Romeo's voice came through the crack. Amara. She moved. He stepped inside and saw her face and did not say a single word. He just knelt down right there on the floor beside her and put his hand over hers. He said, "Talk to me, please." She looked at him, and for the first time, she wanted to. She really wanted to. She said, "There is someone in town, Romeo. Someone from my past. Someone I was trying to get away from." He did not flinch. He did not look scared. He just nodded slowly and said, "Okay, then we deal with it." She looked at him like he had said something in a language she did not speak. She said, "You don't understand who he is." Romeo looked at her steady and said, "I don't need to understand who he is. I just need to know that you're safe." Later that night, Romeo stood at the cabin window looking out at the dark, empty street below. He thought, someone dangerous is in my town, looking for her, and I am not going to let that happen. Not here, not while I'm breathing. He pulled on his jacket and stepped outside into the cold night. The snow was falling, soft and steady. The street was quiet. He walked slowly, eyes moving, listening. He had lived in these mountains his whole life. He knew every shadow and every sound, and something was wrong tonight. Then he saw him, standing at the end of the street, hands in his coat pockets, looking right at him, Marcus. 2 men standing in the snow on a dark mountain street. One who came to take something, one who had just decided he would not let that happen. Neither of them moved. The snow fell between them like a curtain about to open on something nobody was ready for.